This is information you're not going to get from anywhere else. I spoke directly to BRICC Baby and LUCE Cannon about 30 minutes ago. I spoke directly to somebody who was in the courtroom who don't like LUCE Cannon and BRICC Baby.
That AP on my hand, see Terrell the go fan. All these pussies got no muscle.
I told y'all. So with that being said, y'all go ahead and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Like, turn on post notifications. It's free, you're not paying for a subscription. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna get straight into this video. It's a crazy one, bro. But I told y'all.
This is information you're not going to get from anywhere else. I spoke directly to BRICC Baby and LUCE Cannon about 30 minutes ago. I spoke directly to somebody who was in the courtroom who don't like LUCE Cannon and BRICC Baby. So you're going to have the other side of that.
Up, man.
And I also spoke to a courtroom reporter who was also there as well, who's unbiased. So we got the real, unfiltered, true story of exactly what took place today at BRICC Baby's court hearing and at LUCE Cannon court hearing. On April 7th, BRICC Baby and LUCE Cannon will call into the No Jumper show where they will tell the fans that they are coming home April 9th. That's because they had a bond hearing that Wednesday and they both anticipated being released. The reason that they were so confident about they were going to be home on April 9th, the Wednesday, was because both these dudes have put together pretty strong bond packages. BRICC Baby in particular, his mom put up a multi-million-dollar property. So they for sure thought, I mean, even if you give him $1 million bond, he's going to be home the same day. So they for sure thought the judge would have considered giving them.
Hell no, bro. You got to understand, he was showing his ass on the podcast and shit. So now it's their time, bro. Do your homework on it's their time to show their ass now. Since he wanted to show his on the podcast. He wanted to act a damn fool. Do y'all homework on him acting a damn fool. I know y'all seen the other video. This nigga crashed out on the podcast, bro. Talking about who he a pop and this and that. You can't go around doing that. That's a no-no. You can't go around threatening people. You gotta stand on that business. Stand on that business. If you talking about you gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer, bro. If you gonna do something, do it. Stand on it, bro. Don't talk about it, do it. Keep it made with you. But when you live in this type of lifestyle, that's what come with it.
It didn't turn out like that, bruh. All right, I'm not even gonna extend this or try to make you guys wait for the answer. They both were denied bond. They both got denied for similar reasons. Prior criminal history. They both have an extensive rap sheet and their conduct ever since the investigation started. The court will point to them not being 100% confident that BRICC Baby or LUCE Cannon won't interfere with the court process if they're able to go home and fight this case from home. They would also point to they believe that they're both threats to society, right? Especially for BRICC Baby, they point to
when you in them type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, they in for that's what they gonna do. They gonna paint you out as a bad person. I'm gonna keep it a million with you. In the public eye, you're a bad person, bro. That's how they see you as. I'm keeping it a million with y'all. Do your homework on the public seeing you as a bad person, bro. On the 6-0 cut, we do that. Woo, woo, woo. You can't do all that loud talking. You can't. And then when it's time to lay down, it's yes, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. You see what I'm saying? The energy just changes all of a sudden, bro. You can't do that. Stand on that business. Don't switch up now. Stand on that business.
BRICC Baby had a firearm on his hip live on No Jumper a day before his arrest. So they believe that if you weren't acting right.
Now, BRICC Lady, I'm not going to shame him for having pipe on him because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna be out here lacking and shit. I got ops. I'm in tour with motherfuckers. So I'm not finna shame him on that part. Keep that thing on you. He wasn't wrong for having that thing on him. He wasn't wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just a tough situation because they came and picked you up early. That's unfortunate, bro. They talking about you a danger to the community, bro. That ain't good, bro. That's not good to have that on your motherfucking background and shit. I'm telling you, bro. That ain't good. Cause it's like motherfuckers ain't gonna wanna do business with you. You can't get a house. None of that shit, bro. Keep it a minute with you.
While knowing there was an ongoing investigation a day before your arrest, then what makes us think that you will act right if we release you? So both got denied. Now, this don't stop them for reapplying for bond, but right now, they were both denied by the judge. Now, BRICC Baby court hearing went without incident. It was pretty smoothly. LUCE Cannon, on the other hand, has some drama going on, and we're going to discuss it, okay? Now, because I want to give you guys both sides, all right, the pro-LUCE Cannon side and the anti-LUCE Cannon side.
Grown-ass man sitting up here yelling, sweetie! You know what I'm saying? Like I said in my last video, bro. They up in there on some Diddy timing up in there. Pause, but they on some Diddy timing up in there. Do your homework on them being on some Diddy time up in there, bro. Talking about some sweetie.
We're gonna do a dual video. So it's gonna be me and 600 essentially telling a similar story, but from different perspectives.
Whatever. Besides the point. He looked bad, he looked stressed out. Eddie Boy in the courtroom. Eddie Boy by himself.
So he into it, like, I think that's 600, so he into it with LUCE, with Licorice and shit. So every time something new come out, folk, he always talking down on him, he always shaming him, and that's fucked up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Op being your biggest hater and shit, bro, like, that's crazy work. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's crazy work, bro.
I'm in the spot and look like Ghost, like, man, what Eddie Boy doing here? Oh, cuz, oh, neighborhood crib. Eddie Boy just sitting there. Ain't paying dude no mind. So they all the lawyers look over Eddie Boy like, what?
The guy on your right is Eddie Boy. Now, Eddie Boy is an OG from the 60s. He's a really reputable dude, solid dude with a lot of integrity, man. Eddie Boy still owes me boxing lessons, man. You feel me? We lost contact. I need to redeem my boxing lessons from Eddie Boy. But
and lose some weight, Flacco. Like, I'm not trying to be on no funny shit, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was once, well, I ain't gonna say I was that damn big. I was just chubby and shit, but I just feel like health is important, bro. You should care about that also, bro. You talking about boxing and shit. That'll help, but what you need to first start off with is going to the gym first, like, then work your way up. You see what I'm saying, bro? Just so you can get your energy and shit, your stamina and shit, bro. Like, go running and shit, you know what I'm saying? Go jogging. Like I said, bro, that shit gonna help you out in the long run, bro. No, I'm not trying to put you down, none of that shit. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm keeping it real, bro. I'm saying some shit that motherfuckers ain't gonna tell you, bro. That health shit important, Flacco. So with that being said, bro, get on the right journey with that shit, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with change, brother. Like, straight up. Put the burgers down and pick up solids. Keep it a minute with you.
Eddie Boy was in court. Now, Eddie Boy and LUCE Cannon don't necessarily get along. So when LUCE Cannon got to court, that's when all hell broke loose. Lord. I'm not gonna cap because me and LUCE Cannon is cool. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. LUCE Cannon got to court and LUCE Cannon said, why is Eddie Boy here? I don't F with him on neighborhood crib. In front of the...
So why would you say I don't fuck with such and such in front of the judge and say on neighborhood crib? You was a fucking idiot, bro. This is what I'm saying. Licorice is a dumbass, bro. Licorice, you're slow, bro. You know that? You ain't did shit but just prove the prosecutor's point, bro. You just proved a motherfucking point, bro. Just from how you was talking and shit. I'm keeping it man with you. Whatever they got that they about to show them in the courtroom, bro, they already proved that shit. That shit was an easy grab right there, bro. Yo ass stupid, nigga, like.
Peoples. While nigga, still fighting Arica.
That was an easy snatch right there, bro.
You can call LUCE Cannon whatever you want, bro, but you cannot say that man ain't authentic. In the court of law, while fighting...
Yeah, he's authentic with being a fruit cup. That what he is. Keep it a million with you. Licorice.
A gang indictment, a gang RICO, you walk in court and say, bro, why am I up here? I don't F with him on neighborhood crib. Oh, my God. So that story is true. Now, when that happened, the officers of the courts, they got involved. And they told Loose Cannon, yo, he could be here as long as he's not disruptive. This is open to the public. So when enough people got involved, Loose Cannon thought it would be better to just remain quiet. So that's what he did.
It's only his wife. Well, I guess they're not technically married, but his girl, some other girl, she was with Eddie Boy.
That's crazy. Word.
Nobody in the courtroom. So, now let's get into what's going on. The prosecutor's giving him his charges, previous crimes, why to deny his bail. Do you know what snitching he said in court? I didn't do those cases I went to jail for.
Never. Hold the fuck up, bro. I know that nigga ain't just say that shit up in the courtroom, bro. Yeah, bro. I told y'all, like, Licorice, he a different breed, bro. He a different breed, bro. And I'm not talking about, like, authentic. What Flacco talking about. I'm talking about some other shit, bro.
Brother did those crimes. You snitching on your brother, lying, snitching on your brother?
Bro.
You went to jail for him, bro. You're like, damn.
600 is telling a story from Eddie Boy's perspective. So this is what I've gathered from talking to all sides and all parties, including a courtroom reporter. So apparently what took place was they were bringing up Loose Cannon's past charges, right? Past convictions, past charges, things that he was arrested for. And they were bringing this up to establish a life of crime and to establish why Loose Cannon don't deserve to be out on bond because he's a risk to society. So when they're bringing up charges, they
keep his ass locked up just for snitching on himself. Keep it a minute with you. Keep his ass locked up. Yeah, I said it. Keep his ass locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you too old to be moving like this, bro. Yes, keep you fat locked up. Keep what's his name? Brick lady locked up. Keep all them niggas locked up. Them niggas is dumb. Bunch of dumbass OGs, bro. Slow motherfuckers, bro.
A bunch of charges, bro. I'm talking like damn near like 40 plus. And Loose Cannon is looking, and he's like, I ain't go to jail for that. I ain't go to jail for that. I ain't go to jail for that. But that's not me. So what Loose Cannon figured out was some of the things that they were saying he got arrested for or went to jail for was actually his brother charges. So Loose Cannon and his brother are twins, born on the same day. Damn near got the same exact name. It's just one letter off. Termaine and Germaine. All right. So it's the same name. Well, damn near the same name, you know, like same birthday. So it's unclear how they made this error or the clerical error, but they just did like a soft pull and showed up with the crimes, you know, with the past convictions. And Loose Cannon say, no, that's not my crimes, but like, I didn't go to jail for that. My brother went to jail for that, not me. So now again, I'm not from the street, so I can't consider that snitching. Well, listen, there's very few things that I consider snitching outside of black and white signed statement, I'm testifying. But that's why 600 is saying this is snitching. But Loose Cannon perspective is, I'm gonna be in court for a bond hearing. You're trying to make an argument that I'm a menace to society. You can't make that
because you is. I'm gonna tell you how he's a menace to society, bro. Because he's getting on the podcast talking about that he was extorting different motherfuckers, this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you doing you fats work. Come on, bro. Like, the audience seen what the fuck you was talking about on the podcast. That's what they going off of in court. That's why they didn't release your ass. I don't bond, bro. All that shit they got in the documents is what they documented on what you were saying on the podcast. Do your homework on that. Do your homework on you. Blah, 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 blah.
argument bringing up cases that don't belong to me. So that's why Loose Cannon brought up his brother.
Then he say, Eddie Boy here trying to get some content. When he said that, the police came over to Eddie Boy I asked him, is he recording? He sent the police on him. He crashed out over there, man. He was mad. He was like, man, I wish I could record and told you what they doing, man. Oh, they use. Oh, and they brought up the no jumper fight. He's in trouble.
Eddie Boy was escorted out of the court briefly. Now, from Loose Cannon perspective, he never said, hey, yo, Eddie Boy here for content.
Pedo 22 snitched on you, bro. I gotta give it away. I'm telling you who told on you, Pedo 22. Yeah, he told on you, buddy.
Running content on me.
Told
No,
on you, man.
Loose Cannon would say that his lawyer would make an observation. Rather the observation was correct or incorrect, she made an observation. And in that observation, she believed that Eddie Boy was on his phone. So she took measures to try to protect Loose Cannon, and she wrote like a letter, very discreetly, and handed it over to the judge. And when the judge read it, the judge ordered the officer to walk Eddie Boy out to see if he was recorded. Eddie Boy wasn't recording, so he was able to return back into the courtroom.
They use all that online stuff he been doing, bro. They using that. They don't want to let him out.
Then y'all be like, oh, niggas snitching, this and that and the third. Like, how niggas telling and this and that. Because they getting on the podcast, running their mouth. That's how they telling, bro. But then y'all want to call motherfuckers lame and corny for doing YouTube or doing Twitch, doing the streaming shit. Y'all want to call motherfuckers like that lame and shit. But whole time, motherfuckers getting to the bag and shit. Motherfuckers like Kai Sinet. Motherfuckers like Duke Dennis and them, bro. Like, y'all be killing me, bro. Like, straight up. Y'all be killing me with that shit. Corny cause a nigga don't want to be down, be in the streets and shit. Cause a nigga don't want to die, folk. Cause a nigga don't want to crash out. Y'all want to call a nigga corny for that shit? Like, get the fuck on, bro. Y'all the ones that's getting locked up and shit for doing dumb ass shit. Like, what? Like, I'm gonna just keep playing this fucking video, bro.
Because he's saying he's an enforcer and what he'd do and talking about people's family. They also asked Eddie Boy, would Eddie Boy like to press charges on Loose Cannon for talking about his family. Eddie Boy said, no, I don't need to. And then they said he's lying, causing confusion about violence, lying about fights in the jail. And there was never no fight. Which we
told you. What did I tell y'all, bro? Bro, in my last couple videos, didn't I tell y'all that shit was cap, bro? I told y'all wasn't no motherfucking fights up in there, bro. He wasn't getting down. Come on, bro. Listen to your boy. I don't be sitting up here saying this shit just to be saying it. It's facts. Nigga, you got 600 saying this shit. The nigga, like, come on, bro. Come on, G.
But I wasn't going to speak on it because I didn't technically have the proof. But now when the prosecutors say it, you're lying, it was no fights. Now we can talk about it.
Bro.
So, Loose Cannon is just known to be a liar, bro. You feel me? He's not no rolling 60. Never was, never will be, right?
Loose Cannon and his wife would say this never happened, and they would say this is not true. Now, I can only let you guys know what I've heard. So I spoke to Loose Cannon. I spoke to others. Now, they didn't really tell me about that particular part. What they told me was that the fight that took place outside of No Jumper, that was brought up. And they brought up that particular thing because they believe that shows Loose Cannon's character. That shows Loose Cannon is a violent person. And the fight that I'm referring to is the fight with Jay Reed, where, we seen Jay Reed get punched out, who Jay Reed came with get punched out. They were stripped butt naked to their, like, I'm talking about like butt naked.
Like, come on, bro.
Booty
like,
on
Flacco saying all this shit, which means, nigga, this was documented online for the feds to go ahead and snatch it. Make it make sense, but y'all want to say, oh, I'm solid, I'm holding it down, I ain't snitching, this and that and the third. You are, buddy. You are. You don't even realize it. You're self-snitching. Fuck is you talking about?
Creed got robbed. So they brought that up. And they have everything on surveillance. And yeah, they might plan on charging him with that. Who knows? But they brought that up to prove that Loose Cannon should not be let back into society because he's a violent person. I didn't hear anything about them saying that Loose Cannon is lying about the jail fights. I didn't hear that, I'm being honest.
It was never no video of him FaceTiming Big. A lot of y'all heard of Loose dude. That's the first time I ever met dude in my life when he said he had that. That's the first time I met dude. And he a year older than me. He ain't never went to school with us. He ain't never played football with us. He ain't never been around with us, hung on the block. I've never seen dude before in my life. And I've been around him for all my life. I ain't been to the pen and been gone for years. I might have went to college for a semester, came back. But I've lived, all my addresses been in the 60s. I had one of them in Inglewood. Most of them, all nine of my addresses been in the 60s, bro.
Everybody be asking me, man, does the Bluetooth actually work?
Bro. And I told y'all, like, niggas be capping. What I tell you all the time, like, it be for the internet, it be like a little play and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want their name to stay alive. They want their name to be buzzing and shit, bro. That's why he said he was in there catching fades and knocking niggas out. Keep it a million with you. That was just like a little play right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling y'all better wake up.
You get a month for free. It's
so I don't know, dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's just known to be a liar. All that stuff he's saying, lying, bro. All that talking and doing, he's lying, bro. You know what's crazy? He lied and talked himself into an indictment. I guess one of those robbers that's in the indictment, somebody made a statement on him about the robbery.
That's crazy work.
No footage, a long time ago, right? This dude went on there talking and corroborated a story, an incident that someone already told him about. So, dude, so let this be a message to somebody out here who's online. They're using all that stuff, bro.
If you've been paying attention, Loose Cannon and 600 was once on the same team. They were both team exposers. So this entire thing is surreal, and it really shows how fast life comes at you, right?
Bro,
Loose Cannon and...
Look. You could be cool with motherfuckers 1 minute and be into it with them the next minute. I'm telling y'all, bro. Just like that. So he ain't lying about that, bro.
600 was just really cool. It took about 3 months, and now 600 is calling Loose Cannon a liar and a capper. Life comes at you fast, bro. Yo, really slow, bro, especially if you're in a life of crime and living fast, bro, try your best to slow down, bro. Now, I can't speak towards what Loose Cannon is lying about or what he's not lying about or whether or not his war stories is true because I wasn't there. I'm not a gangbanger. I don't know nothing regarding gangbanging, okay? So I don't know. But when you look at what's going on, yo, all of Loose Cannon's enemies are from the 60s. That should tell you everything you need to know about gang culture. Gang culture isn't something you seek safe haven in. Gang culture isn't something that, you seek solace in. No, you're not going to find peace and comfortability in being in a gang, bro. All that comes out of gangbanging, bro. There's 100% of things that come out of gangbanging is negative.
That can get you an indictment for one. It can get you, you know what I'm saying? Like RIP. You know what I'm saying? Like such and such, to each his own, bro. It's just most shit that come with it. You got targets on your back. You got to look over your shoulders and shit. I'm telling you, bro. Listen to your boy.
You're gonna find anything good. You're not getting anything good out of it.
For real.
All it does is affects your life and make it 100% more difficult,
bro.
Right? So when you look at these situations, don't just look at this as this is not content. This is people's real life.
Yeah, bro. This shit ain't a game, and that's why I make these videos to spread awareness, bro. To get motherfuckers to understand that this shit ain't a game. This shit ain't a joke, bro. This is real life, nigga. Like, motherfuckers is dying. Motherfuckers is getting locked up and shit. This shit ain't a joke. Motherfuckers is doing life in that motherfucker. Y'all better wake up, bro. Like, and another thing, too, not everything is funny, bro. Like, not everything funny, bro.
People's real life. You got to take a lesson from it, bro. All right? A gang that he gave his entire life to, allegedly. A gang that he committed and did things for. yo, members of that gang is going against you. You're not on good terms with everybody from that gang. Your homies who you sworn to brotherhood for life, they're going against you too. Now, again, whether or not they're right or wrong, or whether or not you did something first, still, this facade of there being a brotherhood is false, bro. It's false. You get involved, you're gonna get your life ruined. That's 100% fact. Yo, let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think about this, okay?
Hell yeah, bro. Y'all take notes. Nothing but facts. What Flacco said, that's facts, bro. Like, that's not how y'all want to live y'all life, bro. YNs take notes. You know what I'm saying? This shit in the game, bro. Till next time, y'all subscribe to the second channel. It's called Yo Terrell Reacting Again. Fire ass content being produced over there. Y'all want me disappointed, man. Y'all go subscribe to my third channel, Terrell Be Hotbox. Do your homework on that. You know what I'm saying? I be doing weed reviews, you know what I'm saying? Letting y'all know what I like and what I don't like. And then recommend it to y'all. Like, this shit is just crazy, bro. Like, motherfuckers, real life just be crashing out. But, y'all follow my socials. It's linked to the channel. I love y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out. Second channel for life. Bleed on my nigga. It's a marathon. Y'all stay on y'all P's and Q's. Don't be out here lacking, man.